So we are here in the third and final video on LinkedIn settings, and we're going to come here to the communications tab. And as we come down, you'll see that there's three sections. We've got basics, groups, and LinkedIn messages. And so let's take a look here at what the communications area gives us control over. First of all, it gives you control over notifications. Now, there actually used to be notifications settings here in the settings world, but with the recent update, they changed the way you manage your notifications, and your notifications actually is a page within your account. So if you click on notifications on LinkedIn, it literally takes you to the same place as if you had clicked the notifications bell in your menu. Now that's new. That didn't used to happen. And you can control what shows up on this page. So that's good. I've had a lot of people tell me, I don't want to know when it's somebody's birthday. I don't want to know certain kinds of things when they happen. And so those notifications that are happening here on LinkedIn, now keep in mind, there's different kinds of notifications. There's notifications that you get in your email. You can set up to get notifications through your app on text. You can also get notifications here when you are signed in on your computer, and that's the notifications we're looking at now. If I find one here, for example, this daily rundown, I get it sent to me every day, and if I'm not really interested in that, I can actually come over and the three dots, which of course means more, ... if I click on that, I can either just delete this one notification, which is the daily rundown for Friday, but then on Monday I'm going to get another daily rundown for Monday. Or I can turn off to stop receiving notifications like this, meaning the daily rundown. And so if I find one that's a birthday or a work anniversary, I can turn them off. Now, I don't care so much about birthdays, but work anniversaries, I do like to use that as a way to stay connected with people. And so I could come over and find someone who has a work anniversary and go say congrats. And it's just a way to reconnect with that person. You do need to be careful and really pay attention, because if it says, for example, this says for 6 years at this company, which is the same as his name. So maybe he's really got a consulting service, or maybe he's been unemployed for 6 years and couldn't find a job. Now, I doubt it. I'm sure it's probably really a consulting service, but do pay attention that you're not saying congratulations to somebody for being unemployed for a year. All right, so I'm just going to say that. All right, now it did dump me out of my settings to come over to my notifications tab, so I'm going to go back up to my menu and come back down to settings. And from my settings, I'm going to go back over to communications. Now, the next one down is email frequency. So my notifications on LinkedIn are the ones that happen when I'm logged in on a computer looking at my LinkedIn account. These next ones are emails that are sent to my primary email account, which now, for most of you, is going to be that Gmail account that you set up for your job seeking. So if I look at this now, email frequency, I'm going to click on it because there's a lot of different kinds of email notifications you can get. But keep in mind that it is going to literally send you an email every time that you say yes to one of these preferences. Okay, so as soon as it comes up here, we will take a look. All right, now starting with invitations. Do you want to receive an email at your Gmail account when you receive an invitation? Now, I'm going to come over here. I have this on, but there's details because there's many different kinds. So I'm going to say, let's look at the details for invitations. Do I want to get an email in my Gmail account when I get an individual invitation to connect? And I actually have this as individual emails. Now, most of the time I'm on LinkedIn every day, and so probably it's going to be just fine for me to turn this off and say, oh, give me a weekly, but because I really pay attention. But just in case I'm off of LinkedIn, maybe I'm off for 3 or 4 days during the week, and I don't want an invitation to get ignored. So that's one of the reasons I have that on individual. Now, the other two kinds of invitations you might get would be invitations to join groups, or when your invitations actually get accepted. So we're going to come here and see that you can choose recommended or individual emails. And if you look right up here at the top, it says choose recommended to only get invitations you may have missed and to get your invites in a single summary when you're getting a lot. And so this way, if they see that I haven't seen it, then they're gonna send me an email. All right, so those are the three different types of invitations that if you want to turn those on, you can turn them off if you don't want to get mail at all on invitations. To turn them all off, you can hit the top button here and just switch it to off. And then you will not get any email at your Gmail account when this happens. Now, inside of LinkedIn, everything's still happening. You're still getting the invitations to connect. You're still getting invitations to join groups, and you're still being told when somebody accepted your invitation. So nothing changes inside LinkedIn. This is all just, do you want to get an email when something happens? All right, I'm going to scroll down to messages now. So when I get a message on LinkedIn, do I also want to get notified via my email that this happened? So again, let's take a look at the details here. All right, so the details here for messages. When I'm getting a message from a connection, do I want to be notified? Either recommended, weekly, or individual. So I have this as individual so that if you are a connection of mine and you send me a message through the InMail inside of LinkedIn, I'm still going to get that InMail from you. But in addition, LinkedIn's going to send me an email over to my personal email account or my job seeker email account, whichever is the primary account that I've got connected. Underneath as well is InMails and introductions. Now they've changed the introduction process quite a bit here on LinkedIn. They used to actually have an introduction process where a message kind of got sent all the way through. But anytime InMails, and InMails that are coming from people that you're not connected to, that's when they call it an InMail versus a message, but it's all the same system. And so I have that on, but I have that on with a weekly digest because I don't really want to get something every single day. And then the final one is profiles sent to you. I can actually send your profile to someone if I feel like there's a great job opening and I think I should recommend you for it, and so I want to send your profile to one of my contacts. I can do that. And again, if that were to happen to me, somebody sent me a profile, do I want to be emailed at my email account in addition to it showing up in my LinkedIn account? And so I'm actually going to turn that one off. That doesn't happen very often, and again, I'm in LinkedIn almost every single day, and so I would probably see it as soon as I logged in. All right, I'm going to continue down to notifications, and I'm going to click on the details here to see, do I want to get email when this happens? And really, I have all of these turned off because I get enough email. I don't really need any more email. What this is saying is, okay, when somebody endorses you, do you want to get email? When there's news about your profile, do you want to get an email? When someone's mentioned in the news, do you want to get an email? When activity happens on the posts you publish. So when I get people liking or sharing or commenting on my posts, do I want to get email in my email account? No, I don't. What about a summary of all the notifications? No, I don't. Activities I missed? No, I don't. You can see that you could be inundated with email from LinkedIn if you don't turn some of this stuff off. Quite a bit of it is on by default, so you're really going to want to go through after this video and just turn a lot of this off. Otherwise, like I said, you're just going to get bombarded. All right. Continuing down to network updates, you'll notice I have all of mine off here as well. But taking a quick look at the details, network updates, do I want to know when there's network updates? Meaning people have connected or this happened inside my network. Don't you want to know about it? Connections, when my connections are in the news, when new connection suggestions are made, or when your contact joins LinkedIn. So there's a way where you can let LinkedIn look at all the email addresses in your email account. It will import them into a contact area where it will watch to see if anybody on that list joins LinkedIn, and if so, it would email you. So again, I have all of those turned off under network updates. Next one, jobs and opportunities. This one you're probably going to want to turn some of the features on just so you can be in the know of what's happening. So let's see. Email alerts about jobs you may be interested in. And that's going to be, they're going to be watching what kinds of jobs you save, what kinds of jobs you read, and they will be, based on that, sending you email. Next one, referral for jobs at your company. You could turn that one on, but you don't have a company right now, probably. Job suggestions from connections, a job application confirmation. So if you have applied for a job through LinkedIn, do you want to get an email confirmation in addition to the confirmation that's going to come to LinkedIn? Saved job reminder. So if you find a job that you like and you save the job, it may come back and say to you in a couple of days, hey, Linda, you saved a job. Do you want to apply for it now? And so as a job seeker, I'd probably turn that one on. All right. A viewed job reminder. And so this is not, maybe you didn't save the job, but you just viewed the job. And it will come and say, hey, you've viewed a job a few days ago. Do you want to apply now? And so I have that one off. That's going to give you a ton of email, so probably just going to leave that one off. Email for first-time job seeker. I don't even know what that is. It's a new setting. I went and researched it in the help section and couldn't find it. So I don't know if they're telling me that somebody is introducing themselves as a first-time job seeker and I want to get email about that. I'm turning that off because that's a brand new setting. I've never seen it before. And isn't it nice of them to go ahead and turn those things on for you? Yeah, no. Okay, so turn that off. And then the hiring manager platform email. This is brand new as well. I've never seen it before. So it looks like what they're doing is maybe giving, there is another kind of paid subscription to LinkedIn, and that is for HR people, hiring managers, recruiters. And it looks like they're giving you just the access to, if a hiring manager through their account sends you a message through LinkedIn, do you want to get email about it in your job seeking email account? I might leave that one on if I'm a job seeker also. So probably just the two I would keep on. Under jobs and opportunity would be saved job reminder and hiring manager platform email. Yeah, I don't really know what this email for first-time job seeker is. You might want to leave that on, just see what happens, see if you notice anything showing up there in your account. All right, so that's the jobs and opportunities. Just a few more to go here. Whew. Under news, I'm going to turn this on. LinkedIn highlights. Do you want to get an email about LinkedIn highlights? And honestly, you know what? I'm on LinkedIn a lot, but this is taking kind of the top, most popular posts from my network and sending me a weekly email. And so I'm okay with that. It kind of keeps me up to date on what's really happening in my network anyway, since when I'm in there, I'm usually working or teaching and I'm not necessarily reading through posts. This is also kind of neat. Personalized ideas for what to write and share. So I think I'll leave both of those on as well. I'm seeing a lot of new ones in here. They've definitely updated this email section quite a bit in this notification setting. Group updates. This one you'll do more details in when we look at groups, but let's go ahead and look at it. And this is all of your groups. Do you want to get notifications sent to your email? And I think I'm going to turn all of these off because honestly, I have a lot of groups that I'm connected to. Actually, I'm going to turn that one on. I like that. Career transitions, I like that one. I can click all group email settings. It'll take me over into the full settings for all of my groups. And then I can go in and choose which ones I want on and which ones I want off as far as getting email. Again, this is all about, am I getting email about it? And that's interesting. All right. Let's turn that one off as well. Okay. That one can be off as well. Nope, off. All right, I like Marcus Buckingham. We'll leave him on. Let's turn that one off. I just do get a lot of email and I don't need it all. Okay, when you get done with that, if you scroll all the way back up to the top, it'll say, okay, let's go back to all the email settings. And that's going to bring me back to what I've already looked at, invitations, messages, notifications, and coming all the way back down to groups. Like I said, we'll do more in the groups when we get to the group section of the class. All right, last two sections, messages from LinkedIn, and this is actually from LinkedIn, the company. And do I want to get emails from them occasionally with tips and offers to help me get the most out of LinkedIn? I did leave that on. They don't abuse that. I haven't gotten just a ridiculous amount of email from them, so I think that it's fine to leave that one on. And then the bottom one is LinkedIn Learning, which I've shown you in class. This is, wow, short personalized daily lessons. I'm not really seeing that happen. I'm not seeing this setting before either. So I'm wondering if this is something they're getting ready to launch. I'm going to turn that off because if LinkedIn Learning starts sending me email every day, that's going to clog up my email account. So I'm going to turn that one off. But I'm going to leave that top one on and just see what LinkedIn Learning starts sending me so that I can test it out, see if it's any good for you guys. All right, those are all of the notifications by email. And so now I'm going to hit back to all settings up here at the top again to go back to the rest of the notification settings for us to look at. And it's taking its ever-loving sweet time. Okay, I'm still the boss of my account, so I'm going to scroll down. We've only taken a look at 2 of these so far, notifications and email frequency. The other ones aren't too difficult. Who can send you invitations? I always let everybody send me invitations because I am definitely an open networker. And, I can always say no if I don't want to connect with somebody. So I've said everyone on LinkedIn. And there are other options there for you, but my recommendation is everyone, so make sure you choose that. And then messages from members. Let us know what types of member messages you would like to receive. And this is a really great spot. I do recommend you come in here. I have chosen introductions and in-mail. I do want to get all kinds of information and messages from other members because you never know who's going to reach out to you, and if it's a job opportunity, you want to make sure they can get in touch with you. Now it does say, let other members know what kinds of messages you're most interested in. And so career opportunities, definitely you want to have that marked. Expertise requests, consulting offers, new ventures. So I've picked out the ones that I am interested in receiving and turned those on, but here's a great spot. I really recommend that you add this, although honestly, I'm not sure where it goes anymore. It used to show up on the bottom part of your profile, but since they've made some of the more recent changes, I haven't seen it. But I'm going to have to go check and see if it's now showing up somewhere. You can actually go in there and tell people what you are available to do. And so I put a little note in there that I'm available for personal life and career coaching. Well, let me know if I can help you, basically. And here's my phone number and my website. So I've added that in. I like it to be there, but again, I'm going to have to go back and see what they've done with it because it used to move around a lot, and then the last time I looked for it, it disappeared. So may not be worth it, but I'll go check it out and see if I can find it and let you know. All right, continuing on down, read receipt and typing indicators. This is the part of the LinkedIn in-mail where it actually will show you if it's kind of like a text on an iPhone where you can see when somebody's read your text and if they're typing. And it's got the little dot 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 thing showing up that, hey, someone's typing to you. I have that off because that's, to me, that's just a privacy issue. So I don't need people to see that I've read their message and that I'm responding to them. Okay, moving on down, group invitations and group notifications. Let's take a quick look at these. Group invitations, choose whether you want to receive invitations to join groups. I did leave that on because sometimes people find a really great group that they think I should be a part of and they invite me to join. I always have the option to say no, I don't want to join, but I can always join if I decide I want to. And then group notifications, choose whether we notify your network when you join a group. Now this is a nice new feature here. I haven't seen this before. Okay, so would you like to publish an update to your network whenever you join a group? Well, this might show that you are being active, so that could be good, but if I've joined 10 job seeker network groups, I probably will look desperate. So I might turn it off, knowing that if I say no here, when I go and join a group or when I go and make a change to my profile, it does then give me the option of saying, hey, I do want to notify. And so I can go in and say, just with this one time, please do notify my network I just joined this group. So I'm going to turn no as the default here. And the final two settings in the Communications tab are about LinkedIn messages, participating in research, or partner InMail. And so participating in research, I did say yes to this mainly because often LinkedIn will actually do research on how does this particular part of the program work, do you like it, does it need to be changed, and that way I can give feedback. And of course it's 100% voluntary, and they don't share your name with your results, they just make it anonymous. And the last one, partner InMail. Oh, isn't that interesting? Choose if LinkedIn partners can send you InMail. Now, definitely open this one. Don't just look and say, oh, hers says yes, so mine says yes, I'm good. Go ahead and make sure you open this because I do want you to say no to one of them. LinkedIn sponsored InMails. That means somebody who wants to sell something to you, advertise to you, they can actually send you an InMail. So it's like junk mail straight into your inbox in LinkedIn. So say no to that. Now there is a second one that I'm going to recommend you leave on, and that's LinkedIn's hiring campaign partners may send you informational and promotional messages. And so this is about hiring for jobs, so we're going to leave that one on. Now, if you notice at any time that you're just getting way too much email, you're being bombarded, then come back into this communication section and start turning off some of these options. But in the meantime, that's all of your communications options here in settings, and that wraps up all of the settings, not only account privacy and communications. All right, talk to you later.